Another brick fan with a Ninjago poly bag. This is the Mini Thunder Raider. This is set 30592. It was released in April 2022. It has 69 pieces, no minifigures, and cost about $5 when it was released. A couple of the interesting things that come out with this. Obviously, it's a 2-in-1 set, so we'll show you the alternate build here in a minute. But it has these kind of tracked tires in the front, or these tracks in the front to kind of help it more off-roading. And then it comes with a small robot, as you see here, instead of a minifigure. So let's go ahead and get this set built and take a look at the primary build. Here's the main build for this set, and as you can see, there are two separate pieces here. This is the little robot I was talking about. It has a lot of gold accents, so it's primarily black and gold with this one, angle piece here done in gray for kind of representing the head for this particular robot. The arms do move, so you've got the robot arms and then the swords inside of those, which can be turned a little bit. The shoulders move up and down slightly, so there is a little bit of movement here. It does fall apart a little bit. So the robot here is not super durable, but it is posable pretty well. You can do a lot with it depending on how you set it up. As for the Thunder Raider itself, it has tracks instead of tires in the front. So these are kind of interesting to put together with those chain links here, and then they're done on this rounded piece here in front so that you can see that they do move. They don't move really good when you push it a little bit. You kind of have to put some good downward pressure to get those tires to move, or the tracks to move. And then the back is much wider here to accommodate kind of that tracked look. I like kind of the shaping they have here. Certainly a cockpit here. In the back, you see there is this little post back here, and this robot, if we noticed, has a little section here that he will actually fit right there in the back. The robot will actually attach to the back of this Thunder Raider, and you can drive him around. So it does look pretty good overall. You get a lot of these gold swords in this nice pearl gold color. It doesn't roll super well, so it's not as great as like some of the Crater and City cars, which are actually designed as vehicles that will roll around and you can do a lot more play with it. This one, because of the tracks in front, really doesn't drive super smoothly around. Although these tracks in front are kind of a nice look. Let's take a minute here and look at the alternate build for this particular model. Here is the alternate build for our Mini Thunder Raider, and in a lot of ways I like this better. It seems like a very solid build. I like the way the wings were constructed here using all these slope pieces and then done at an angle by using these clip pieces, and then the swords here in the back to kind of complement the wings themselves. I think looks really good. You get some angles here for the tail and then the cockpit here in the front. The underside is just kind of built with, whatever they kind of had just to keep it solid. But I think overall the effect is really good. This is nice and swooshable. You can hold it. And I think it's a really nice little play piece. This is a little bit more playable than the Thunder Raider because using those chain links for the front tracks or tires or make it so that they don't roll very well. So you can't like push it across the room or across the table, but this here is a nice aircraft that you can swoosh around and use kind of as a really nice small play piece. Always good to get a couple of different versions or alternate builds inside of a set, and I'm always impressed with how they use these same pieces to create very different models. Let's go back and I'll give you my final thoughts on this polybag set. Going back to the primary model, it's a $5 polybag with 69 pieces, so as far as a price per piece, you do pretty well on this one. Polybags are almost always, polybags have been $5 for like 2 or 3 years now, so you pretty much know what you're going to get. I think most polybags are very good value, and I certainly like the different designs they come with. This little robot here is kind of fun to have with this, and then of course that alternate build as an airplane or a jet was kind of fun to have as well. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Ninjago polybag. I'm going to get started on my next video, and until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my reviews. I've left a link to my polybag review playlist up here on the screen.